Picture. Yeah. Yeah. Camera's being stupid. Alright. Back to the beginning. I've had questions on how to make these. I think they're really fun. They're easy. They're not very time consuming. You can probably make one in about 30 minutes or so. So you're gonna wind up getting some 20 gauge wire is what I have. And they're about 1 foot long. It's a little overkill on the wire thing, but I've learned to have a little bit extra is better than not having enough. So you need 16 pieces, and then you're gonna split them into 2. And once you do that, you're gonna start wrapping 8 around the other 8, like so. And it doesn't really matter when they go on at first, but you're going to want it about a 70-30, so that way you have a little bit of room for your tail on the scorpion as well. And for me, yeah, just go ahead and wrap your legs, because that's what these are going to be, your legs, on your body of your scorpion. And make sure that whenever you do this, they all go the same direction. So if I have left overwrapping right, then that's just what I'm going to continue down throughout the rest of the legs. And we'll see why here in a minute. Go ahead and get those done. I'm going to get these done, and then I will be right back. Okay, now that we have all our legs on here, again, remember that it's about 70-30 for your body. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put your first right leg. Let's see if I can do that. Another way. Boop. Okay, so your first right leg is gonna go all the way over here. So, and my thing's backwards. I'm holding the tail because that's going to be the long part. The pulp part that you're going to fold is actually going to go towards the head. Okay, so now that I've gotten the first one done, you take the back leg on your left side and bring it over to your right side. And you're going to make like a crisscross on the front of it. Like that. And we're going to keep going with each leg. So each back leg goes to the front. And then you keep doing that with the other legs. Left, right, left, right, left, right. It's going to create a pattern. And that's what we want. Okay. Okay, you should have a pattern that looks like this. Oops. Throwing stuff. Okay, so we're gonna come back to the legs, and we're gonna go to the beginning leg, and you're gonna want to take your right leg, and you're gonna want to wrap it around the body. So right leg, wrap it around the body, and find the first leg that you had put over, and then you're gonna take these two and you're gonna twist them together all the way down. And then you're gonna take because we came from this side, you're gonna take one from this side, and you're gonna bring it over here to the right with another one of these, and you're gonna twist those together. And once you get this done, you're basically going to follow the pattern all the way up. So you're going to take another leg from over here, your first leg, and bring it over here. And then it'll be the first leg for this one. And I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back once I have all the legs put together. Hey, so we got all of our legs made finally. A little messy. And we're gonna clip off the ends that we don't need. Just do a rough cut, take off any, you know, of the excess. No. We are left with legs and a bow tie. Now we're going to start with the tail first. So go ahead and squish these together right quick. We're going to take one strand from the tail and we're going to wrap it around. Just like so. Make sure you give yourself a little bit of space between the body and the first wrap of the tail. You're gonna need that. And just wrap this all the way up. Plenty of room. And this don't take up that much space. And get to the end, we're gonna snug this down. And we're going to do the same thing with another strand. We're going to find our strand here. Ooh, not that one. All right, find a strand. And again, whenever you wrap it, like you're going to leave yourself a little bit of space. You see how that works? And you don't need a lot of space, maybe like a couple centimeters or something like that. And space right here in between each joint of the tail. And go ahead and as you go up the tail, your wraps, they're going to get shorter, not by much, but short enough, you know. And that's a good thing. So let's go ahead and finish wrapping these. And you keep going. Again, leave yourself a little bit of room. Not a lot, just enough. And continue wrapping. And again. Okay. One more time. And one more wrap and that'll be all for the moment. So let's go ahead and wrap this one more time. And don't forget to leave your spaces. All right, so we're left with 2 wires, and your tail should look something similar to that. Okay. So my camera ain't focusing. Just do it. All right, we got the 2 wires, and then we're gonna go down with 1. We're gonna give it a loop. Not very big, but you know. Okay. Wrap around. There you go. So that way it looks like this. You're still on top of the body. The body's on top. And then you go down, make your arch, like so. And then you're gonna wanna wrap it around one more time, like that. That way you kinda cut off this excess part right here. Okay, and we have that. Not break the table, that would be great. Just pinch this back on. And then for here, we're gonna cut it off just a little bit further. And that is gonna be our stinger. All right, we're gonna come back over here to the eyeballs, or to the face, to the arms. Move these back. So you want to take 2 strands from the top, and you're gonna want to pull them back. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And then separate these evenly. So you should have like 3 and 3. Okay. These are your arms. We're actually gonna go ahead and take it, and we're gonna start our wrap kind of like how we did on the tail. And this first one gets wrapped all the way. Squish it together, and make them look like you got a little bit of a forearm right here. All right, do the same thing with the other side. Get your wrap on. Wrap it up. Gee. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start our second wrap. Remember to leave yourself a little bit of space right here whenever you wrap for the second time. And we're not gonna wrap this one all the way. We're just gonna go some of the way. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and do one more. Perfect. Okay, leave yourself just a little bit. And do the same thing with the other side. I think it's good. Okay, so you have your 2 arms, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring this up and bend it over on the first one, right here. And then take this down and bend it in. Sword. And same and get to pinch, pinch. Snip off any excess. Okay, now he has a little pincher. And we're gonna do the same thing with the other side. Now we got that in. Make sure and try and make the top one a little bit longer than the bottom. And gives it a little bit of a realistic look. And good arms are gonna go out. And then we're gonna cut off a lot of this stuff here. Now back to the eyeballs. And literally cut off 9/10 of this. Don't cut it all the way down because you're still gonna need some wire to make a loop. Okay, so you got your eyeballs here. And we're gonna take it and we're gonna turn it. And do that with both of them. Alright, so he has a couple of eyebrows. Turned. Okay, and now you have your arms, and you're gonna want to bring those out. And then at the elbow, we're gonna bend it where that blank space is. Make sure his claw's kind of straight, Want him to be a happy scorpion, or at least as happy as possible. He ain't never gonna eat a day in his life, but hey. He gets to look good for the rest of his life, hopefully. Okay, and bring your legs up. And you're going to place these however you want them to be. They don't have to be, mine, but make them young. Just make them look, well, I make them look a little bit realistic, just a little bit. Love you need. Straighten that out. There we go. And then up. gonna make sure they're a little bit even. There we go. That way when he stands up, he's actually standing on his legs, not, you know. And this goes up, straighten that out a little bit. Right down, and then it's just gonna go back here. Don't need to screw up. There, I'm just gonna come up here. Alright, so now we got the basic part of our scorpion. And then for the tail, all we do is we're gonna take it and bend it over. There it goes. And that's what the little kinks are for, to help you bend. And then voila, you have yourself a bona fide scorpion. So the pretty simple, pretty awesome. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could maybe subscribe or sprinkle a little love on the like button for me, you'd be helping me out greatly. And y'all have a wonderful day.